relevant today, like pronouncements about homosexuality, for example.
So, if the Quran and the Bible and the Old Testament said homosexuality is fine, would you start believing in God?
Well, I mean, that's just one aspect, right? Like,
Then that's
one
irrelevant.
thing
Why do you not believe in God, madam? Because that was my initial.
I don't feel like I need God to bring meaning to my life. I feel like I don't need God for like a moral code. I feel like we can treat each other really well and love each other and be moral people without necessarily believing in a being that we can't prove exists.
Okay. I don't want to straw man what you're saying, but proof. Did we get to proof?
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
I suppose the question is more like why, I think it's a more interesting question, why do you believe rather than why don't you believe? I think the burden of proof is on the believer, really.
I think the burden of proof is on the person who said they're atheists, because that means.
Hey, I was minding my business, man.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my friends. I'm chilling out, and I think the burden of proof is on you. If you're going to come and address me and demand me.
No, not demand. My apologies. Okay, burden of proof. I will voluntarily take the burden of proof.
Okay, good.
I would say because from nothing comes nothing. As a foundation, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think that atheism is nothing,
No. I'm saying the universe, from nothing comes nothing.
Yeah.
If there's absolute nothingness, from nothingness, something's going to come or nothing's going to come.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a physicist, I can't answer that, but, it's fascinating.
That being said, you're somebody who uses logic and rationale on a day-to-day basis.
Sorry, I'm looking here because I'm.
No, that's fine. I appreciate that. That's fine. I'm helping you to look by not obstructing your view. Can you give me an example of something coming from nothing?
No. I mean, you're asking an impossible question.
Is it impossible?
Yeah, and there are many impossible questions that religion also asks us.
No. Because as a foundation, like, can we agree that you can't have two opposites being the same thing? Like, you can't have a square triangle. Is that an impossible question?
We're getting into logic now, and
yeah. Because what I'm going to do is,
it's not possible to answer.
I think it is possible, because on a day-to-day basis, there's things you answer, and it's not that deep. Does that make sense? Because you're going to get home, you're going to meet your friend now.
Yeah.
And I use this example often. Now, are you going to go through any kind of test and examination to prove this is still your friend because you haven't seen them in X amount of time? Or do you accept that this is the same person that you spoke to a couple of days ago, or you saw a couple of weeks ago or a week ago? You accept that. Does it make sense? So similarly, using that same logic and rationale, I'm applying it to the universe. Does it make sense? That, look, at the end of the day, from what we know to be true, based on that, using pure logic and rationale, because I would argue, this is my claim. In fact, let's not make any more claims. Keep it simple. From nothing comes nothing. So that is my claim. Yeah. Now, until you have reason to challenge that, it makes sense, and that's an accurate statement.
Why do you not feel convinced by scientific accounts of the Big Bang?
I haven't negated the Big Bang. I agree with the Big Bang.
Yeah.
But my question is, what caused the Big Bang?
Yeah.
Because from nothing comes nothing. And Isaac Newton's second law, cause and effect.
Yeah.
So I see the Big Bang as an effect, and I would hypothesize that God, Allah, not even God, Allah is what caused the universe to be into existence. And Allah, so this is me using my logic and rationale. And later on, hopefully if your friend is delayed by the train, I'll be able to give you my evidence from a perfect unchanged scripture that's been perfectly preserved. How do you feel about what I'm saying?
I think my friend just arrived.
Oh, is it?
I'm convinced I'm going to convert and then...
Would you like a translation of the Quran, madam? Yes, that conversation has come to an end. I would argue that sometimes these questions seem difficult, but on a day-to-day basis, you're not really struggling with it. And we need to make time to actually think about where did the universe come from, and unfortunately the lady stumbled on the question from nothing, can something come from nothing, which wasn't a particularly difficult question. But I think if you're genuine, then you will know such answers to such simple questions. I pray that Allah brings you to the truth. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.